me a napkin quick, there's a turd floating.
As far as concerned, the prime crew now departing from their crew quarters.
You guys been trying to stick it through there with your fingers? Okay, the first we get contacted. Mine was a little more sticky than that.
In May 1969, just 2 months before humanity's historic moon landing,
32 seconds and counting. Right on time as far as the astronaut countdown is concerned. The prime crew now departing from their crew quarters.
Oh, geez, that's great. Is the lighting halfway decent?
Yes, indeed. They've got the flag up now, and you can see the stars and stripes on the left.
NASA launched a mission that
5, 4, 3, 2. All engines running. Launch connect. Liftoff. We have liftoff. 49.
that would change the course of space exploration. But what the astronauts encountered in orbit wasn't just the moon's gravity.
Give me a napkin quick, there's a turd floating.
Yes, you heard that right. A mysterious piece of human waste began floating midair in zero gravity aboard Apollo 10. This wasn't a joke. This was a real NASA mission. And what followed was part embarrassment, part mystery, and entirely unforgettable.
Apollo 10 was no ordinary mission. It was the full dress rehearsal for Apollo 11. Astronauts Tom Stafford, John Young, and Eugene Cernan were the final test pilots before Neil Armstrong could make that legendary step. They flew to the moon, performed every step of the landing, except the landing itself. It was history's closest no landing ever. But while millions back home were tuned into their progress, something bizarre was floating around inside their capsule.
Give me a napkin quick, there's a turd floating.
I didn't do it. It ain't one of mine.
I don't think it's one of mine. Mine was a little more sticky than that. So anyway.
Yes, the transcript is real. The floating object became an unsolvable mystery. All three astronauts denied ownership. No one claimed responsibility, but they all knew in zero gravity, denial doesn't help. Back in 1969, there were no toilets aboard Apollo missions. For defecation, astronauts had to use fecal bags, manually applied to the body using adhesive rings. The process was delicate, to say the least. The bags were stored in pouches, and to prevent floating accidents, astronauts had to seal them. But sometimes even one wrong move, and well, Houston had a different kind of problem. This incident highlighted one of the most awkward but important challenges in space, managing human waste. In zero gravity, liquids float, solids drift, and air currents can spread things everywhere. NASA learned quickly. Future missions like the ISS today have complex vacuum toilets, airflow controls.
And the first thing you want to do is grab this piece of equipment and turn this rotary switch 90 degrees to the open position. What that does is it turns on a fan, which creates a suction effect in this waste container here, and on top of it is this
and even bacteria monitoring waste compartments. But in 1969, these men were pioneers, and unfortunately that included pioneering cosmic constipation problems.
Nice going there. No more turds are going to fit in there. Is that waste compartment full?
No, hell, there's nothing in there. It goes all the way down to the deck.
Oh, it's going to stick in.
When I got in there, I had to stick my hand in there and shove it.
He put it in the bag, didn't he? You guys been trying to stick it through there with your fingers? Okay, the first we get contact.
What's brilliant is how the astronauts handled the situation with humor, camaraderie, and calmness. You're orbiting the moon, confined in a tin can, and yet still laughing at floating poop? That's the human spirit in space. This was one of many moments showing the lighter side of these missions. These weren't superhumans, just smart, trained, highly capable people making history and occasionally making a mess. While Apollo 10 is often overshadowed by Apollo 11, it was essential. It tested the lunar module in lunar orbit. Without its success, Neil Armstrong's giant leap may not have happened when it did. And the Turd incident, humorous as it was, forced engineers to reevaluate waste management systems. A minor floating object helped trigger future design changes to ensure missions were cleaner, safer, and better smelling. This day, we still don't know who the real culprit was. All 3 astronauts denied it. Was someone embarrassed? Did a fecal bag leak? Or was it a mystery turd from an earlier mission? Unlikely, but amusing to consider. The Apollo 10 turd incident may seem like a cosmic joke, and in many ways it is, but it also reflects the real, raw, human side of space travel. The challenges we don't often hear about, but the ones that remind us these astronauts weren't just legends, they were people. And sometimes the most unforgettable moments aren't the ones planned in the mission briefing, they're the ones that drift silently across the cabin, unclaimed.
Subscribe for more